Hi there, and welcome to this tutorial video. In this video, we'll be taking a closer look at the Warehouses tab within the Stock Setup section of the web app. By the end of this tutorial, you'll understand how to navigate the warehouse list screen, use filters, and customize your view to work more efficiently. The warehouse list screen will display all the warehouses created for this particular practice or entity. We'll start on the Stock Setup warehouse screen. Firstly, we've got our filter section, and down below we've got our columns and a list of all the warehouses that we have available. So let's start first with the filter section. We've got a drop down here, and the only option we have is the default filter. And the only way to filter your search for a specific warehouse is using the description, which is usually the name of the warehouse. As you can see, this is the description column, so that's what we'll be searching with. If I'm looking for example a dispensary, right, I'll just put in the first three letters and it will give me the search. Alright, so that's dispensary. Let's say if I was looking for warehouse, you can see there's lots of different descriptions or warehouses that have the name warehouse in our example. So if I were to say warehouse, it'll bring up all the names or descriptions that have the word warehouse. All right. And in certain instances, you might have to click on update results for the system to give you your filter results. Okay, right next to that we've got reset filters. So you can see I've searched for warehouse. If I click on reset filters, it will then take me back to the default of this filter section. So warehouses is no longer there, we've reset it, and you'll see here that we've got an active toggle. So by default the toggle is set to active so that you can only see the warehouses that are active here. All right, so I can toggle that to the middle and it will show me all the warehouses that are active and the warehouses that are inactive, and you can see that in this column over here. And if I click again on the toggle to the red X, I will then see all the warehouses that are not active. Alright, so let me go back to a default view just to show you the difference between an active and an inactive warehouse. So over here, the first one, this is an active warehouse, right? Because we've ticked this checkbox, okay? And let me show you an example of a warehouse that is not active. As you can see there, this warehouse is not ticked. So if I were to click on the checkbox and activate this warehouse, it will then be updated and the status will now be active. Now there are some warehouses that cannot be made inactive. For example, this main clinic warehouse that I have here, we cannot make it inactive, and the reason for that is because there are stock items that have quantities that are still attached to this main clinic, and for that reason we cannot make it inactive. All right, so that's how we toggle the active and inactive status. Right, and now if I go over to the columns, I've got a list of all the warehouses that I have on hand. All right, got some action buttons over here. We've got open row. So for open row, I'd have to click firstly on a warehouse, and then I'll open the information of that warehouse and it will open the add edit stock warehouse screen. All right, next to that I've got add new. This is to add an entirely new stock warehouse. So if you'd like more information on this, please refer to the create warehouse user manual link below. Next to that, I've got the expand width column. So this is just to expand the width of the column, right? So for example, if this column was a bit too tight like that, and I click on expand width, it will expand the width so I can read my information properly. All right. Once I press on reset, it will then just reset to the default width of the column. Right, so this expands and this resets it. And then we've got sort, right? So sort columns is basically what information do you want to sort your columns in. So at the moment it's sorted according to description. I can change that and say sort according to address 1 or any other option, and then when I click OK, you'll see there that now we're sorting numerically under address 1 and not the description. All right. Next to that, we've got choose columns. So choose columns just allows us to choose the columns that we want to be visible on our screen. So we've got visible columns and we've got available columns. If I were to remove all the columns and say I just want the description and the negative stock rule, click OK, that's the only two pieces of information that I will see. If I want to save this for any reason or any customized columns, I'll go over to save, and I can name this negative stock rule. I can add the entity information, and I'll click save. Right, once I click save, it will bring me back to the default layout, but then I can always go to that negative stock rule and it will show me just the two pieces of information that I want. And from that I can then export it to PDF or export it to CSV. However, for more advanced reporting needs, right, if you want to go into a bit more detail than this, we can go over to advanced reports. Alright, so this is still being worked on, but as you can see, this advanced report screen will then allow you to create your own customized report. Alright, so there will be a separate tutorial video on how to use this advanced report screen. Over here we've got our page numbers. Right now we don't have a lot of warehouses, but if we had a lot of different warehouses, we would have more page numbers here, and here we can select just how many warehouses we want to see per page. Alright, and now if I click there on main clinic, it will also open the sidebar, and on the sidebar it gives me the levels breakdown. Once I open the levels breakdown, it'll show me the stock levels inside that specific warehouse. Alright, and with that, we've come to the end of this tutorial video on how to navigate and use the warehouse tab in the stock setup. So we went over the filter options, we went over the active and inactive toggle and what constitutes as an active and inactive warehouse. We went over the columns, went over how to customize our columns, and we had a brief look at the levels breakdown and the advanced reports, which will be addressed in separate tutorial videos. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and I'll see you in the next tutorial video.